Hello everybody and welcome to the last game of the Dawn Blue trilogy, Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp.
I love this game.
This would have been my personal favorite of the trilogy if it wasn't for a certain way you have to do in order to reach the ending, but I'll bring that up as we go along. So yeah, much like this, this game
you can watch the game even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for those who are not good enough to beat the game.
But screw that, we're actually gonna play it!
Alright, tutorial. Yeah, especially because the death animations are always really good. To be successful... Go ahead, Liz.
Timing will be key.
Yep.
Watch out for the yellow flashes. They will tell you what direction Dirk needs
Dirk.
to go. Sword. Right.
And pay attention to these golden items that sometimes show up. Yeah.
Pile the golden treasures. You will need to collect all of them to beat the game. Right, down.
And he is not kidding. You need to collect all of them.
I'll bring it up later.
Good luck, valiant.
Anyway, so yeah, in the first Dragon's Lair, we saved Daphne and we got married. So let's see how Dirk is right now. But first, go to the settings. See, the problem with that golden treasures thing is that I have to keep on a lookout for those items and get them. The problem is that I also have to pay attention to the actual screen so I can avoid the dangers. So it's a fucking mess to try to pay attention to two places at the same time. It's
not helped by the fact that this game does not break pace at all.
Alright, come on, guys.
If the previous two are anything to go by.
Again.
And
So,
yes,
yeah.
as you can see, he has a lot of kids.
Wow, someone's been pretty busy.
Daphne will be forced
Yep.
to marry the wicked Mordroc unless Dirk can save her.
Daphne kidnapped. Mommy's gone.
Transported by a bumbling old time machine, she begins the rescue mission. Do it for the children.
Yes, for your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 children.
Daphne's finger in marriage, and she will be lost forever.
Ugh.
The time warp.
Let's do
So
the
we have to
time
save the monster. We have to save her from an evil version of the Doctor.
We're gonna be playing the director's cut.
What's
So,
the
yeah.
difference?
The director's cut has a few additional stuff. And yeah, so the first thing we're doing is Daphne's mom is mad because they got kidnapped again, so they decided to try to kill us.
Of course.
And she tries to kill us.
Literally.
I don't even-
We're telling us to find her.
lady,
We're going off to rescue your daughter, you moron.
And you missed the first treasure already.
that's okay. I can just die on purpose and go back to the checkpoint. Fuck, that was a genuine mistake. All right, let's try that again.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say
Fuck!
that the voice actress of Daphne's mother is the same woman who voiced Queen Gnorga in Troll and Central Park.
Probably. Don Bluth had a tradition of reusing voice actors, especially Donna Louise, so it's very possible.
Well, it's nice to see she was well used here.
Oh yeah.
Although I will admit, the Queen of Mean is a
Finally.
guilty pleasure of a song for me.
There we go.
And there's another one right here.
Alright.
At least they seem very clear about where these things are.
Well, for like the nanosecond is on screen.
See, there's also the problem is that okay, those two objects that you just saw me collect, those are really easy to find because it's literally a golden object on a black background. It's incredibly easy to see. The problem is that later on there's going to be a certain object that I also have no idea how the hell you're supposed to actually even know that it's there because, well, I'll bring it up when we get to it. But let's just say it's bullshit.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
for example,
I'm inclined to agree. Granted, I don't have trouble spotting
The
it,
cat's
but it's something you
mouth.
have to be
The
looking
cat's
for.
mouth, Jova. The cat's fucking mouth.
But yeah,
I
in the meantime, actually, here's the thing. There's the evil wizard has a brother, which is a time machine.
Yeah.
What?
The time machine can talk. The time machine can talk for some reason.
Don't upset
Well,
it.
then again,
That's
the
feeling.
Well,
TARDIS.
that's interesting.
Well, I can buy that. I mean, the TARDIS in Doctor Who is pretty much a living thing, so
Yeah. And again, okay. As you can, here's the thing about Dragon's Lair 2.
Well,
Unlike the first game, Don Bluth wasn't limited to just the castle, so he could just. They told them to just, just imagine. Since we can time travel, just imagine any scenario you can think of. We'll just time travel our way there as a justification. So basically, Don Bluth thought this is an excuse to just do his usual shit of being incredibly bizarrely weird, coming up with incredibly fucked up scenarios that just makes me wonder what the hell he was smoking when he came up with this.
Isn't that what you always think of a Don
I
Bluth
get that
movie,
impression.
regardless, though?
Well, not really. I mean, Land Before Time doesn't have any of that. Neither does Secret of Nim.
No.
Well, okay, Secret of Nim is kind of pushing it with the whole magical jewel thing. Which
Well, but that's just
Land
part.
Before
But,
Time is a straightforward. story.
that's just part of the fantasy setting of it. Honestly, it's science
It's
fiction
fine.
fantasy.
All right. So
Alright,
that's
here we
stupid.
go.
And also, American Tail doesn't really have that either. I don't think.
Does Titan AE have that?
No. Titan is a very straightforward sci-fi story.
Alright, first stop, Wonderland.
And now Wonderland.
Because why
Of course, I remember in the past of England how Wonderland was actually a thing.
not? Dweebs, is there something you haven't told us?
Suddenly, Great Ace Attorney makes all the much more sense if it's Kangaroo Court.
I don't know. But then again, this has been a very weird year. So at this rate, I can.
Yeah, he's kind of ripping off Disney with those two.
Well, to be fair, he kind of
Blatantly.
was Disney.
I know, but this is the thing, Joe. But the reason he left Disney is because he thought that Disney's movies at the time weren't good anymore. So he wanted, so you left Disney to rip off Disney.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's ripping off Disney. It's just
Anastasia, Thumbelina.
Anastasia was kind of his own thing, and let's be honest,
No,
the only
no,
thing
no,
you can really compare
honestly,
that to is
honestly, Jova was trying to do the exact same thing Warner Bros. Was trying to do for so many years. Basically, trying to do their own Disney animation.
Disney
thing.
formula. Yeah.
well, Don Bluth's always been doing that. I mean, okay, he wanted to leave to do his own thing.
But
That
at
didn't
least
mean it
he
was
did
going to be
the original
downright
concepts
different
for
from
the
the
most
Disney.
part.
No, but that's the thing. But that's the thing, Jova. His earlier movies were incredibly different than the ones Disney was making. So why go back to the Disney formula after that?
Yeah, to be fair, it's like one part in the game thing. I'm not really going to try and dissect it. I mean, to be fair, it's like one section in a video game as opposed to, a whole movie. I will give you the Anastasia thing, though, but as
What
for
about
here,
Thumbelina?
it's harmless. Huh? Well,
about
to be fair,
Thumbelina?
Disney hadn't done Thumbelina yet.
Shiro, you're probably wondering why are there cat heads floating and dragons trying to eat us? Because Don Bluth.
Well, to be fair, Don Bluth coupled with Wonderland, which kind of in and of itself wasn't as
This game, yeah, basically everybody, this game is pretty much a giant acid trip. It makes no sense.
But yeah, as I was saying, Disney.
We're
had-
surfing in a fucking card.
Well, again, Pedro, Wonderland.
Alright, next up. Oh,
This is the best.
Oh boy, here we go.
This-
The Garden of Eden with the gay angel. What?
Yes.
Okay, I have to wonder, what part in time is this?
Well, the beginning, I suppose.
I guess. Okay, he
How did he
died
die
from
from
love.
that?
He died of laughter.
I think they died
True,
of love.
Tickling
Wasn't
can do
there
that.
wasn't there like a movie or a Doctor Who episode where that was the plot point or something?
Well, to be fair, tickling
Sure,
is a
the-
form of torture.
Are you talking about are you talking about the episode where the ship to get the alien home runs on love?
Yeah.
Oh look, it's a fat version of Daphne for some reason.
Oh, I see. So it's
That's
Eve,
one
you're
way
right,
to imagine the
beginning.
memes of Adam and Eve.
Whoa, so I guess Eve was a bit thicker than mythology. Than records
Hey,
tell.
well, Jova,
Dweebs
it's got...
93 ha detto Fear is the
What
episode.
the hell?
Dweebs 93 ha detto it sucks.
Dweebs, what are you doing?
He's talking to Shiroi about a certain Doctor Who episode.
Don't do it, you're halting the recording.
I mean, who needs drugs when you have this?
Yeah, this is the best high ever. But Shiroi, if you think this is weird, wait till we get to the Beethoven sequence. That's the highlight of this game, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
Apple.
Shiroi ha detto
Aha.
it das lol.
Golden
Does he
apple.
freeze time and that's how he's able to grab the stuff?
Okay.
Sorry, Dweebs, what was
There
the
we go.
question? God
Does
is
he?
not pleased
How does he
with
grab
you.
these golden objects?
Well,
Does he freeze
right.
time?
Yes, he does. Well, there's nothing in this game makes any sense. Why would that part of the game make sense?
Oh, come now. Some things do make sense. It's the means of time travel. That makes sense. Doesn't mean everything has to make sense, and that is clearly the logic they are running on here.
Like, here's what the problem. If you
Therefore, it
the
makes sense.
checkpoints are a bit dicky.
Yeah, the checkpoint system. This game needed more checkpoints.
Yeah, that's a problem with every Dragon Slayer game.
Well, the
Arbitrary
first one was
checkpoints.
technically more fair in that regard.
Yeah.
Wait, did you
Well,
say
the
first
thing.
or third
Well,
one.
it's not so much that too. It's the problem with this game is that again, I'm always very hesitant and always looking at both sides of the screen to watch out for any future object, for any golden treasures that might show up. So it's very easy for me to screw up. If I was just playing the game normally as I did in the previous two games, it would be fine. But the fact that I have to, because here's the thing, notice the move guy that tells me where I'm supposed to press. That tells me the moves I have to press in order to move on the game. It doesn't tell me where the I was checking what treasures I have. You can pause the game to check which treasures you have. Anyway, yeah, the move guide doesn't tell me where to move to get a certain treasure. So sometimes when I'm trying to get a treasure that's above me, I try press up, but it won't work because I'm supposed to press right. So it's kind of This game should have had two good move guides, one for the treasures and one for the moves.
I'll admit that sort of does hurt it, but I still do like this game better than the first one. If only because
I understand that. I mean, this game is so much more creative just because the move goes full ape shit with it. But couldn't the game? But why make the game is already hard enough? You don't need this golden treasure shit. It doesn't even have anything to do with the plot. It's just an arbitrary collectible that you have to collect just because.
Yeah.
I recall I think he explains why it was like that in the Nostalgia Critic review, so...
It did. The game itself doesn't explain it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, here we go. The Beethoven sequence. Here we go. Okay, Shiroi. Now, Shiroi, we are on top of Beethoven's giant piano while the wizard is trying to kill us, and this cat is trying to eat us, and... Hold on. If you think it's weird now, just wait.
In case you're wondering, the score is the...
And now the book starts to fly, and there's beer. We're swimming in beer. What? And why is the piano flying? I don't. What the hell? Wow, this is the best high ever.
Did you get the hammer?
Nope.
Yes. No.
Well, crud.
That's okay. I'm gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
And now he turns into Elton John for some reason. I don't. What? What? Tail.
I have no clear explanation.
What the fuck?
The
That's it. I hate this part. I hate this part, but I'll bring it up later. Okay, okay, guys, did you notice how that cat was opening his mouth and there was golden fire coming out of its mouth?
Yeah.
Guess what? During one of those moments where he opens his mouth, there's a golden treasure in there. How the hell did you even see it? How the hell is it? I'm even supposed to know there's a golden treasure there if it's literally in the middle of fire? It's impossible to even see it.
I'll admit, I kind of caught on to that because of how it was going the same color literally as everything that highlighted, and nothing else like that. Admittedly, though, the thing is like, well, it's close to the screen you're seeing.
I love Dirk's
when are you
voice.
gonna go back and get the hammer?
Basically, I'm gonna show off first what happens if you reach the end without all the golden treasures.
Ah, okay.
After that, we'll do a little more.
Egypt.
So, Shiroi, feeling high yet?
This entire thing is pretty high.
Ah.
Mega high, or as Kidikers would say, mega high.
Mega Man, but yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, it's Mega Man. You're
Yeah.
right, actually. Yeah.
Oh.
Kid Icarus and Captain N had the gimmick instead of saying equals.
Well,
at
that
the
is
end
one of the most
everything.
hungriest spiders I've ever seen.
Yeah. I love
I
Dirk's
guess
voice.
it's. I guess it comes from Australia. Apparently, Jova, everything where even spiders love to eat you. Or
Oh
something.
yeah.
See, how can people actually live there is beyond me.
And golden
Get the
sword. I'll get my sword for you, Daddy. That's actually one game I have to do at some point. The PS1 Hercules game. I love that game.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently Daphne was there in that sarcophagus all along, which turns to
Of
lava.
course, acidic blood.
I think it's lava or blood. I don't know.
Shiro,
Acidic
have you ever?
blood.
Okay, Shiro, have you ever played the PS1 Disney Hercules game?
No, that's actually one of the Disney games I didn't own.
It's one of the best. You can get it on the PlayStation Store, so you can get it there.
Okay.
Very easy to get.
Well, on the PS3 or?
PS3, yes.
PS3. I think it was actually the first PlayStation 1 games that actually played because it was with the system. Ah!
Ah!
Talk about big
Wow,
cock
talk
block.
about a cock block.
Yeah. High five, Jova.
And there you go. If we don't have all the golden treasures, this chapter literally ends abruptly like this. There you go.
You missed some treasures. You must go back to retrieve them before you can continue your quest.
Fortunately, Fortunately, they were merciful. They didn't force you to start the game all over again. Basically, the game bloops back up again, but you keep the treasures that you collected, so you can just focus on the treasures you haven't gotten yet, like the ones I'm doing right now.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Here's the hammer.
There we go.
Okay, now pay attention to the next treasure.
No. There we go.
How the fuck was I supposed to know that thing was there?
That's you don't even get a half a second to get that.
Not just that, Shiroi. It's in the middle of fire. You have to have the eyes of a hawk to notice that thing. Jesus.
Again, your clue is supposed to be that the fire is glowing yellow, but I will admit that is very arbitrary.
Wait, there's a missing scene.
No, there isn't. I just skipped it back to the.
No. Where's the scene where Daphne actually has the ring and turns into that giant thing?
That's a bad ending in case you lose.
But yeah, but it's also missing the death of the wizard thing. Hold
Well,
on.
I'm playing the director's cut, so
Maybe cut that. I'll show you later. Because I remember watching a version, a playthrough from someone of mine. We actually had those scenes.
maybe that's something that's only in
the
the.
point.
Maybe it's something that's only in the original cut. I don't know.
No, I doubt it because nostalgia could have gone.
Maybe Jova, maybe he's right. Maybe it's the director's cut cut away those things because it was too gross. I don't know. Yay, she said.
It's probably the director's cut.
Yeah.
I'll see if I
But
can.
yeah, here's the thing, Shiroi. Despite having saved the day, we still have to fight through our ending. Jesus.
Yes.
So it's like King's Quest 3.
And moving on.
There we go.
Dirk, my hero.
And there we go.
So yeah, we got the back Daphne. We also have a time machine and a fuck ton of treasures. Yay!
And a bone.
And now we go travel through time, 13-2 style. I don't know.
Congratulations, Dirk. You ruined the space-time continuum.
You're a winner.
Well, so that explains that.
Indeed. So that was Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp.
Yeah,
It would have been. I love the game, but damn, does the Golden Treasure thing is so arbitrary and makes the game more annoying than it needs to be. Honestly, the game was fine without them. Remove them, and you have the best the game of the trilogy.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
was gonna say that would have been the best if it wasn't for the bullshit.
There's not even any reason. There's no, as far as I can tell. I mean, I just played the whole game for crying out loud. As far as I can tell, the game doesn't even bother incorporating the treasures into the story. They're just an arbitrary collectible just because. Anyway, but aside from that, yeah, aside from that bullshit, it's actually probably my favorite because it's just it's nonsensical, but damn, is it so creative and fun to watch and play. Go ahead, the
Wait,
two. Oh, wait, whatever.
What you guys said.
Go ahead, two.
Yeah, it was fun. Again, Yeah, it's probably my favorite because of how crazy it is, but yeah, that mechanic is just unnecessary and very dickish. Honestly, it's really not needed. It's just something that clearly the game company tell them to insert just to prolong. It's
Yeah.
again arcade logic. The more quarters we steal from you, the better. But yeah, but aside from that, it's still enjoyable, especially because of how creative they allowed Don Bluth to be with all that bad cheating, saying stuff there was. So yeah, probably my favorite of the three.
Hey, so Shiroi.
Yes.
Oh.
Like I said, it would have been the best one if it wasn't for all the bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Jova.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. Some of my favorite scenes weren't in that, but we'll probably look into that. Reevaluating it, it's definitely tied with Space Ace as my favorite. However, yeah, admittedly, Space Ace gets a bit of an edge for not having, the arbitrary collect item thing. Other than that, though, it is the superior title in music, variety, action, stuff, humor, everything, you name it. It's a fun story to play through, and it's a fun game to play.
So yeah, everybody, if you have an Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, or of course if you have a good enough PC, check these games out. They're interesting curiosities. Be sure to get the HD versions on modern consoles or PC. Don't get them on DVD or Blu-ray because the load times make them less immersive. You have to have them on a hard drive to really play them in the best way possible. So it turns out there actually is another ending, like Teo was pointing out. So here it is. Basically, the way to get this ending is, yeah, there you go, Teo. The Daphne transforming into a monster, like you were saying. Turns out this is not I was playing the director's cut because, well, silly me, I thought the director's cut would be the full thing, but no, you have to play the original arcade version from 1980. Was it 5? Whatever, the original version that came out back in the 80s. So yeah, you'd think the director's cut would include this, but I guess Don Bluth doesn't like this sequence. I don't know.
And this also includes the death of the wizard, which is EU.
Yeah.
Someone's fetish, I guess.
And there you go. And there we go. That's how the wizard dies, I guess. Oh, there you go. He turned into dust. Yeah.
After being popped open.
So yeah, this is the new scene, and after this point, it's exactly like what we just commented on. So there's no need to do anything. All right. We might. Okay, I've done these free. As for Dragon's Lair 3D and other games that have been done, I'll let Jova handle those.
All right.
Keen.
See you for that, then.
See you, everybody.
And